settle down with like the live show, we're like on the schedule. Like, okay, it's just now we're just in Groundhog Day. Then we could do stuff.
Yeah, Groundhog Day. Hell yeah.
hmm I love it. Can't wait.
Should be going up here. Oh, in a second. I'm just watching. Let's see.
Glistening.
Listening. Oh, here we are. Now we're live. Hell yeah.
Do it live. Do it live.
Yeah. Let's just hang in here for a little bit. Get some people in here.
I see some homies. I see Soli, Mjolnir, Michael, Glisteners.
Oh yeah.
Horse emotes.
Joel Moore. Dude, it's a different Joel Moore though. I thought it was
Yes.
Joel, but it's not Joel.
There are multiple Joel Moores.
So many Joel Moores. Trent Wilson.
Yeah, we can see the chat, Mjolnir. I can see it. I don't know how delayed it is.
Gleam.
What's up, Metal Blade Records?
Hell yeah. All
Gleam.
right, we got some people rolling in now.
Sick.
Sonny, David, what's up? All right, yeah.
Drop them G's.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we could just blast off, I guess. So yeah,
Blast.
what's up, everybody? We got Scott Carstairs from Fallujah here, hanging out. We're our bands are about to go on tour, starting on May 6th in Brooklyn at the Monarch. I know Fallujah has some shows that they're going to be playing on their way out to that show. Check out the dates on all the appropriate social media outlets. But yeah, we're going on tour. Very stoked about that. Haven't been out with these dudes since 2014.
That was 2014?
Dude, that was 2014.
With Broken Hope and
Yep.
Oceano?
Yeah, dude. That was
Wow.
that was like the first time. Okay, so like I actually came out to see you guys at the Champ in Jersey on the Slaughter Survivors tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I remember coming out to see you guys on that, and I remember we had all just heard the Harvest Wounds. Like I think it maybe like had recently come out, or it was close to then that it had come out.
That came out in 2011, and the following album was 2014. So maybe it was like right before Flesh Prevails.
Yeah, I mean it was like, dude, it was definitely like early, because it was before we were signed to Metal Blade or anything. Like I think it may have been like 2011. So was that year? Was it 2011 Slaughter Survivors, or was it 2012?
Well, no, it was 2012, because 2014 we were actually on the tour. I remember because I had my Dying Fetus jersey that says 14 on it. It's the only reason I remember the year. But yeah, I think it was 2012, and it had Enfold Darkness and Pathology. And remember, Pathology dropped off, and then who else? Fit for an Autopsy was on that tour.
Aegean.
Other band. Oh yeah, Aegean, of course.
Aegean,
yeah,
is that? I never say the name. I never say the name correctly. I feel like
they always said Aegean when I was hanging out with them.
Aegean. Yeah. I remember. Okay, yeah, I remember, because that was like Fit's like hometown show, and I think.
Oh yeah, that's
wasn't like Pathology supposed to headline, but they weren't on the tour anymore or something, and like you guys ended up. I think you guys ended up headlining that night.
I think what happened was it was. I can't remember the whole lineup, but it was us, Enfold Darkness, and Pathology. And then Pathology dropped off, and Matt from Enfold is like, I don't want to headline. I was like, okay, well, we'll do it. And that's what ended up happening for the rest of the tour.
Dude, yeah.
It was a wild tour. Yeah,
dude, I can imagine. Wasn't Abiotic on that too?
I don't think so. No, I would remember that. I don't think I've ever toured with them.
Yeah, I'm thinking of something different than. Oh no, it was. You know who else was on that tour? Was Adrian. He was singing for Enfold Darkness at the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he's now singing for Warforged. That guy's insanely talented.
Actually, Warforged got a new singer now. Adrian's not playing with them. Yeah, they have a new guy singing for them. They just announced that like shortly ago they announced that. But yeah, they have like a new record coming out too. And I think they're gonna be like dropping a single for it like kind of soon, hopefully. So
what they have up now is not what they is not the new stuff for them. I was listening to it the other night on Twitch, and it sounds so good, man.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, that last record that they did, I think it's called Voice. It's like just psycho, like proggy black metal.
Yeah, it's like
I don't even know.
Ulcerate like mixed with like, I don't know.
Yeah.
atmospheric shit. It's super awesome. It's perfect for this tour too. Like, how awesome is that?
Yeah, it's sick. And the new stuff is killer. Also, I've gotten to check out some of that. I'm really excited for them to release it and for everybody to hear it because it's like definitely different, but like I think it's like them like truly just like kind of coming into their own as a band. But anyway, yeah, like Adrian was singing for In Full Darkness on that tour. I think that was the first time I ever met him, and that's the first time that I think you like were like after your set you like packed up and like bailed or something. You were just packing or whatever, and like I remember going up to Rob Maramonte and being like, yeah, and just like punishing him about his rig, like, dude, like how do you like, because I think you guys were like both using like the G majors and stuff, and like
exactly, those things suck, dude.
Yeah, oh, terrible, dude. Like if you turn them on, like if you turn them on after you turn your like amp on, they like don't work, they freeze, like all kinds of but I remember coming up to you guys and like asking about the G majors, because like me and our guitarist at the time, John, we were still just using like these massive pedal boards.
John, I miss John, man.
Yeah, dude. John
had a bunch.
Yeah, dude. He like he left the band in 2014, I guess, and then he went and started Outer Heaven, and now they're signed to Relapse.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they're like touring with like they like toured with like Nails and shit. Like they're doing like super sick stuff. So
is Austin in that?
Yep, Austin sings for them. Yeah, and Austin did.
He's awesome.
He did
sound for us on a tour
on Slaughter, right? When The Flesh Prevails came out, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was him. He was with us. It was fun.
Because I remember he was like kind of like our sound guy for a little while too, and like he was like talking to us like as he was on that tour, and he was just like, dude, he's like, this band's like just like about to explode, and like and that happened. It like immediately after that tour is like when you guys just like,
oh, that Flesh Prevails, man.
Yeah, just broke out, man. Like, yeah, so but yeah, dude, like the first time I saw you guys was like 2012, I guess, and then we finally got to tour together in 2014, and now it's 2022 and we're going back on tour. So
so much different now, dude. It's gonna be so much different,
dude. So much different
than Broken Hope tour.
Dude,
we're gonna have 3 buses. We're gonna have a bus towing a bus, and then you guys are gonna be the other bus watching the bus being towed.
Dude, that tour, insanity. Like after that Vancouver show, we were the only band that made it to the next show, like including Broken Hope. Like their like bus broke down and the show was canceled, and then they were just basically like, well, fuck, it sucks, guys, guess you just got to keep driving to the next show. So we drove, like after driving 16 hours overnight or whatever, we drove.
Was it Thunder Bay?
Dude, I don't know. No, I think it was like the show was supposed to be in like Edmonton or something, but we had to then drive to Calgary from there. Yeah.
Bruh. Like, it's fine. You guys got gas money, right? It's chill.
Yeah, dude, exactly. So, but anyway,
I think our van was acting up on the way to Vancouver, and then it was like, we could like have our van like break 5 hours into this 16-hour drive, and we were going on a tour like shortly after, and I think we were just like, this is not happening.
Nah, dude. Nah, man.
And then wasn't Kublai Khan also on
there? Dude, that was it was the strangest tour. It was Broken Hope, Oceano, Kublai Khan, you guys, and us. And I think Kublai Khan was opening. It was such a strange tour, but like I don't know, like all of like you guys, us, and Kublai Khan like all kind of like went on to like do our own things like pretty shortly thereafter that. So it was a cool gathering of the minds. But
dude, I'm so glad we get another chance at this, dude. I'm stoked.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy. We've never played together since then. After all the years, man, it's like,
dude, I know.
Like, we're always associated with each other with like the atmosphere and the layers and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm stoked.
Yeah, dude. I think this tour is like gonna be it's gonna be like the like progressive death metal tour of this year, man. I think a lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are stoked. So I'm ready. But yeah, dude. So like, I guess I just wanted to, just like talk about the new stuff and like talk about like the last, I don't know, like the last couple years of like your life and like, the band, for the band and everything, and like what's been up, like what was writing like how did it all go down?
Well, I mean, I mean, you know what's up with touring. It's kind of like a hamster wheel at times. It's kind of like you got the next tour booked, and then you got to do all the prep work from that, and then you're on the tour, and you kind of have to focus on that. And then you come home, and then you use that time to write and all that stuff, and it's just going and going and going. And then that kind of all like got stopped in February, March 2020, right? We just got back from Mexico at the end of February, and then we were supposed to do a tour with Allegion and Entheos in March or whatever. I was going to be sick, and then once that got canceled, I was like, oh shit, shit is real, and I have nowhere to go, nowhere to tour or whatever. And like, so it was kind of like, I was just like, fuck, well, I'm going to just try a bunch of things out that I've been meaning to try out. Like I always wanted to be a little bit better at uploading things to YouTube, a little bit better with like content, and then maybe just try to up my lesson game. So like for like the first 6 months, I focused on getting like video equipment and talking. I think I had a conversation with you. I definitely had lots of conversations with Dean Lamb, and he got me all hooked up with what kind of cameras I need and how OBS works. And at first I was going full on into, I'll just teach lessons and I'll post YouTube videos and Instagram content to attract customers and kind of connect with people through that. And that was okay or whatever. It was kind of like a slow grind. And then I was just kind of bored, and I used that same camera equipment just to go on Twitch. And I didn't really pick Twitch for any particular reason. It could have been YouTube or whatever, but Andrew, the drummer of Fallujah at the time, he was already doing his thing with Twitch. So it's kind of like, I'll give it a shot. And the first streams were literally just me sitting with my guitar with like this kind of camera, kind of like not the best mic quality, and just, you know, conversations, you know, talking, answering questions. You know, it's the first time I just like made myself available to the people that follow me through the band and stuff. So it's just a lot of talking and hanging out. And then we just slowly kept adding things. We kept playing songs. We started getting better mics. We started adding backgrounds. We started like using the community to create like what the stream is all about. What are the backgrounds? What songs do we choose? What songs do we learn? And I think it's been like a year and 2 or 3 months of doing that. I just became like fully addicted just to like being a part of the community, being able to perform for somebody. And I don't know, I think at first I thought it would totally take away my ability to write music for Fallujah, but it just kind of, I'm kind of weird where if I have nothing to do, like if I don't have a tour and the pressure is not on, I'm not very productive. It's just like I kind of just meander and do my own thing. But when I have lots of things going on, like I have a full schedule of like lessons and I have a Twitch schedule, you know what I mean? And then I only see these little pockets of 3 or 4 hours. Like it just, for some reason, invigorates me to like really go hard during those 4 hours or 5 hours. So it's just kind of like, I don't know, it went from like being able, just doing absolutely nothing. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Like, I guess I'll just try to upload content and just somehow reach out because I can't no longer through tour. And fortunately, it all, you know, kind of worked out. We've built a cool community, the Gleamers. I see a lot of them in the chat right now. And
hell yeah.
And then during that whole time, probably starting about, basically as soon as I found out that we weren't going on tour, like I was like, all right, well, we have to write the craziest tech death record. Like that was my kind of vision from the beginning. Like after Undying Light, I kind of got my like shoegazy prog atmosphere vibes out. Like I was over riffs. I was like, man, I just did 3 records of like so many riffs. Like you really want to hear the same thing again. You know, I want to try something new. But it's like after finishing that, I was like, okay, I'm ready to make like a record that's like more intense than anything we've done before. So like, and then the fact you can't go hang out with your friends, there's no shows or whatever. I just went crazy with writing music. And I think I spent like every single night just like staying up all night, just like sleeping in, practicing songs for Twitch, eating dinner, and then staying up all night writing and recording, and just doing that for probably 6 to 10 months or something like that. And then the same thing with the recording it. In fact, we actually took a whole month and stayed at like this cabin and just like got a majority of the recording done, just like holed up in this cabin. It was super weird. The world was still weird. And I don't know. I mean, so the last 2 years is, when I think about it, it's just like grinding nonstop, like no vacations, and barely a day without playing guitar for like 4 to 6 hours, whether it be for Twitch or for recording. So that's been mainly, hopefully I didn't sound like I'm just rambling shit, but
nah, dude, that's awesome. Like, yeah, man. I mean, I know exactly what you're saying with kind of like not having, stuff going on, and like how easy it is to just like end up like just wasting just days, you know, like
Truly,
where like
yeah.
you just like when you don't have like a goal or like something that's kind of like, you know, I don't know, like putting like a good kind of pressure on you, I guess. Like
Yeah.
it just like it is very easy to just kind of like, you know, even if it's just like, well, I got all this stuff, like I could just, oh,
Yeah.
maybe I'll like plug that in and try. Like I'm
Yeah.
so guilty with that, dude. Like I'll just like, especially now that I have like keyboards and stuff, like because you can run all that stuff through guitar pedals, and like I'm
Yes.
just
Yeah.
like, I'll sit there and turn like a cutoff filter for like three
Dude.
hours. So like I know exactly what you're saying, and like yeah, like kind of forcing yourself into like, you know, creating the schedule for yourself where you're like only giving yourself a certain amount of time for certain things, so while you're doing those things you like have to, you know,
Yeah.
have to
Like a
go
sense
like
of
all in.
urgency.
Yeah, exactly. So no, dude, I totally know what you're talking about, and like I've definitely like struggled with that on and off like since 2020 myself. I mean, we same kind of thing. Like we spent most of the first half of like 2020 like finishing the new record and then like
Right.
recording it, and like it was so, you know, so weird because you're just in this incubator, you know, just this like bubble like where you don't see anybody and you're just like sitting here. I mean, you literally like with similar like operations going on, like you write like pretty much all the music and then record all the stuff like your all the guitars and stuff like
Yeah.
yourself, and same thing here. So like I know like, you know, just sitting here like in front of the computer, just like I don't know, the sonic experimentation that happens, like especially when there's nothing else going on in the world, is like pretty endless, you know.
Dude. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Especially with tone. Did you find it kind of difficult? Like for me, like you said, you're sometimes a lot of the members got to just like wait on you to finish it up. Like they can come over and they can help move the process along, but a lot of it's waiting, and you're like in the weeds trying to get it done. You're trying to get it to the point where you guys can record, and usually we have other things to look forward to, like tours, and you're on the hamster wheel or whatever. With the pandemic, it's kind of everybody's just kind of like sitting around, like what's happening? Are we even like, is this music even being made for something? And like,
Yeah.
did you I mean, for me, and people will notice that I have a different lineup now. It was hard to keep people's attention. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and also have faith. And like we're in the middle of this pandemic at the time where literally we have no idea if it's going to be like the rest of our lives or
Yeah.
like another year or another week or whatever. And I'm just like, fuck it, guys. We got to pretend like this is going to end in a couple months and we'll have a record. You know what I mean? We can't just sit around and wait for it to end and then make a record. And it's a lot of just, you just got to trust, guys. Like, let's just put as much work, like, and that's for this record particularly. I mean, I had a fire lit under my ass. I really wanted to show people like some next level shit. So
Yeah.
the whole time I was like, we got to show these motherfuckers, like every single riff has to be absolutely insane, tip top, and we got to believe that this is going to end, and we're going to be able to use this and sell this and go on tour with it. And I found it. Some people, like in the middle of that pandemic, it's like they lost faith a little bit, especially when we don't have a tour coming up. We don't have, you know what I mean? Everybody else has got to kind of start getting a little bit more creative with their income and stuff. And you can't ever expect everybody to just be like just do Twitch, man. You'll love it. Some people are not into having a community or talking or making videos or doing lessons or whatever. And it's just kind of sucks. It's like you figure out your own rig and what you want to do, but a band is like a brotherhood. You're kind of looking out for each other. And sometimes like people just kind of lose interest or whatever because there wasn't anything going on. But yeah, I didn't let you say anything, but did you find any issues with that during the pandemic?
Dude, yeah, I mean, I think it's something that, everyone, anyone who was, in a band, like, especially like in a band where like, I guess the band's not so huge that like, if you're not touring that like, it's just like, oh, we'll just like, budget it out and pay ourselves or whatever. Like, it's like, if you're not actively out there working, you're not making money, So like, I feel like for those like kind of like mid-level bands, like it hit extra hard. And like, dude, yeah, like we absolutely experienced that. I mean, dude, we were recording our album the week of the elections, which was like peak, like the presidential election in
I remember
2020.
that week,
like
actually.
dude, just like it just felt like the world was like just falling in on itself, dude. And like
and it's like going on to other problems, but like we're still on this problem, but they're like moving on to other ones. We're like, fuck, dude, this is never gonna end,
dude. Yeah, it's just like, so like I know that Adam, our bass player, like I know he had like a super hard time on this record, just like coming up with like the ideas for the vocals and stuff. Cause like, you know, like, I don't know, like, you know how it is, like, you just, as a guitarist, you know, and a guy who does like all the production, like, you can always just kind of find some way to find inspiration. Like, if it's just like, even if it's just like a sound or whatever that you find that you can kind of snowball from. But like I imagine for like writing lyrics and vocals and stuff like that, it's like a totally different thing. And like, dude, Biggs like moved to another state right before the pandemic. Yeah, he moved to Richmond, and like he got married, and he has, you know, he has a son now and stuff.
Yeah, I saw that.
And you know, like, so his life like changed like pretty drastically you know, during 2020. And I think that like, because there was nothing going on, you know, there was a lot of time during the writing of this record where like he, you know, felt like, you know, what, like, can I even do this anymore? Because like, it's been so long since like I've even like been in a room with like the dudes in my band. Like, so like, I know that him, yeah, dude, I mean, him in particular, like, I know he really had a hard time, you know, with this one, just because of like the inactivity and just like you said, like the hamster wheel of just like, you know, you're on the hamster wheel and it's just like go, go, go. Like, this is the circle, you know, and it just goes forever.
You feel like you have a life. Like, I have a life. I do things. Like, I have a schedule. Like, I have these people I'm seeing. All of a sudden, that's all taken away.
Yeah.
You know, like, was that what constructed my identity? And then all of a sudden, you're like, who am I? What am I supposed to do here? And
dude,
some people, that was really like, I made a post about it, but I feel like I dealt with that the year before it happened. Because I had the same thoughts about, should I keep doing music like this? Should I go hard this way? You know, and then I just was very resolved, like, oh, I know what I want to do. So when the pandemic happened, it was kind of just like, oh, damn, this sucks. But I already had decided, you know, what my goal is here, you know, and just kind of went to it. But yeah, for sure, a lot of other people, it was just kind of like, damn, time to move on to some other things.
I mean, dude, I totally understand what you're saying. I mean, like, as like I'm kind of like I'm the dude in the band that, like, you know, I'm the guy that bothers people in my band. Like, hey dude. Like, I'm that guy. So like, you know, of course, like you know, I'm sitting here writing this record all stoked on it. And like, I don't know, like, what my other guys like, are they still interested in this shit? You know? So like, there was,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, there
you
was
get paranoid. You're like, you guys still stoked, right?
Yeah, they didn't text me back. What's going on? Like, yeah, no, but dude, yeah, like, for me, writing the record, since like we toured in Europe with Thy Art in January and February of 2020. And we got home at the end of February, which was like right before COVID happened. And so like, that was like the last thing that we did before it shut down. And like, we basically just were like in the midst of writing the record at that point. So like, I kind of was able to, me personally, I was able to sort of like use the writing of our newest record kind of like as a band-aid for reality, where like I just kind of like locked myself in this room and like didn't, you know, just like I would hang out with my girlfriend. We would like go, you know, for walks, you know, at cool spots in nature, and just like do that stuff. And like, it was totally like, it was obviously crazy shit going on in the world, but like, I felt like I was like, I'm killing it. Like, I'm just like, you know what I mean? And like, but then after the record came out, or after I was done writing the record, I should say, and it was recorded, then I was like there was this massive like empty spot in my life where like all of what had been going on in the world was kind of like catching up to me, and like it hit me pretty hard. So like, yeah, dude, like it's been a trip for everybody. I think everyone's kind of got their own, you know, version.
Dude, I mean, when has it not been a band-aid for reality though?
Yeah, so. No, that's true for sure. I mean, yeah, we're just, you know, room full of all
just dudes that want to fucking join the real world. We'd rather just like make music and stuff.
Yeah, exactly, man. Well, yeah. So no, I mean, I'm right there. I'm right there with you. Like, everything you're saying is like stuff that like I've absolutely been through in the last couple of years. But yeah, dude. So anyway, I just, to kind of bring it to a different point, like, the new shit is killer. Everyone's so fucking stoked on it. Like, thanks, it's man. Like, dude, like, massive fan, as you know. Like, I love it. Like, I can't wait to hear the rest of the stuff. I can't wait to see the stuff live, man. Like, yeah,
we're playing new songs.
Yeah. So. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Get those tickets. Gotta get those tickets, man.
Sell that shit out, guys.
Yeah,
Gleam.
let's go. Yeah, gleam. I don't even know. Is gleam? Can you explain gleam to me? Like, is this very boomer? Is this boomer of me to like be asking you this?
It makes sense. We're just like, I don't know, incessantly just yell that on my stream. I can imagine people coming in, what is happening? Like all my stories, like we're about to gleam in 15 minutes. Like, you know, like make sure you guys come to the glisten because tomorrow we're gleaming. Like, you know, for
Got
sure.
it. Got it. Okay. So Dean's like he does the shrimp. He is like shrimp, right?
Oh yeah,
That's his
is
thing?
that him?
Yeah.
People come in with. I didn't even understand that. I see shrimps come in when he comes in.
Okay. So it's like a thing. It's just like a thing. So it's like
yeah. So
got it.
I'll tell you the story of Gleam. I know the Gleamers are in here, but basically
we got some
like,
Gleamers. Gleamer right there.
I've told this a couple times. I see Culture Cadaver. What's up? All these homies. But essentially, we're on tour, so it's a tour story. But Rob was driving. Rob drives a little crazy, and he hit a corner like really hard, and he said basically yelled to the van, "Everybody!" He said, "Everybody lean," or something like that.
Yeah.
and like thinking like we all have to lean so we don't like the van doesn't tip her over or something like that.
Okay.
And we're like, bro, did you just say gleam? Did you ask us to gleam or something like that?
Nice.
And we're like, no, I said lean. We're like, what is gleaming? And we're like, we came up with this whole story that, do you know the Dark Crystal?
Yeah.
The little gelflings.
Yeah.
You know, when they do their superpower and the fucking purple flashes out of their mouth and eyes.
Yeah.
We decided that's gleaming, right? Like,
okay.
We were gonna like everybody gleam, you know what I mean? The shit would light up, and then we would like anti-gravity the van and save our lives or something. And
okay.
I don't know. You're just like stoned in the van, like bored, going on the way. So
yeah, dude.
Have this elaborate story about gleaming, and then I don't know. We just kept saying that to each other for many months, like gleam and shit. And then I was setting up my Twitch. Like sound effects, like when somebody subscribes and stuff, you know, I was making all these goofy noises, like, oh, you know, like, oh,
yeah,
shit like that. And then fucking Nico Santoro was there, and I was like, I need like a, you know, one of those like air horns or whatever, like, bah, bah, bah.
Yeah, it's party time.
And I just hit record, and he just goes, gleam.
Okay.
I was like, fuck it, that's stupid. Nobody's gonna know what that means, but we'll just like spam that while I'm playing. And
yeah.
Then, next thing you know, we're all saying gleam, and now we have this. Now we actually have meaning to it. There's glisten, and then there's gleam, right? Mm-hmm. So like, you know, how girls say they don't sweat, they glisten.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. It's glisten is when you're working, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's say, like for instance, right now we're both glistening, right? You had practice today,
right?
Practice day, glistening. We're glistening so we can gleam on tour,
okay,
gleam on stage, right? There's
it's like an empowering thing.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's like shining. You know what I mean? It's like like I go into somebody's Twitch, they're like shredding a soul, they're just killing him. Like, dude, this dude is gleaming right now. Like, goddamn, like someone's like practicing, he's like sweating, and that guy's glistening. You know what I mean?
Glistening. Okay, you glisten so that you can eventually make the big reveal and gleam.
Yeah, like we've been glistening on this record, and finally we got to gleam a little bit last Wednesday. Radiant Ascension.
Got
gleam.
It. So like if you're glistening poorly, like say like I'm working on something and it just sounds bad, and I'm like glistening, like would I be like sweating? That's sweat. I'm sweating. If you're doing a poor job of glistening, you're sweating. Is that?
I think that's the old version of glistening. I guess that's just straight sweating.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I guess our version is more of just like the days where we're learning the songs and going through the tabs and working out like the riffs and stuff. That's when we're glistening. When I'm just performing the songs, we're just taking what we got, the skills we have, and using them. That's gleaming. Gleaming.
Okay. All right. I think I'm starting to see the full picture here. So I'm gonna keep this in mind. We're gonna have to put gleam into practice on tour. I'll see if I can if I notice you gleaming, I'll point it out, and you can tell me if I used it correctly or not.
Tour is like what is like the gleam for bands. Like that's like finally we get to go on stage, fucking shine. You know what I mean?
Got it. Well, yeah, I'll try it out, and you gotta let me know if I'm using it incorrectly. It's like when when I go to a restaurant with my dad, and he like says something that's bad. Like, Dad, you can't say that like at a restaurant. Like, don't do that. You know, it's not correct. So you're gonna have to like give me a sit down and let me know. But all right, well, yeah. So
bring it to the real world.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta see how it works in the field, you know. But yeah, dude. So Mark Lewis, he did the mixing on this new record,
mixing and
drums,
mastering. Yeah,
mixing, mastering, drums too.
Okay, so yes, he did. He recorded the vocals and he recorded the drums and the mixing and mastering, and then I recorded all the guitars and all the leads and stuff.
Yeah.
and he reamped the guitars as well. And dude, that was a process. I've never spent more time reamping guitars in my life. I think we went through every amp he had. And from the record before, his Diesel Herbert was my favorite amp he had. I have that as my profile. Probably still use it for this tour.
Hell yeah.
So we're going through his, like, he had a VH4 diesel, his diesel. He had the 5153, he had a bunch of Mesas or whatever, but he had just gotten a 5153 EL34. And dude, that thing was fucking insane. It was just a clear winner, like, at least for the rhythm guitars. And then for the speakers, he just kept, we went through, I think, a total of 23 or 25 separate speakers, and he kept just, like, he had them all loaded up on all these different cabs. Just a picture on my Instagram of, like, 6 cabs all lined it up.
Yeah.
And then once we went through all those, he was pulling them out and putting in new ones. And I think we ended up using, it was a cab from like 1988, like a Marshall cab. And then the speaker, I think, was a greenback, like vintage. I forget, I might have to hit him up, but like a 92 or something like that. And we just literally recorded like little samples of 23 different speakers. We would go through them and we would play them against the music and against the bass, and we're like, oh, that one's sick, but the riffs sound better, the chugs don't sound better. And it's just like days of trying out these different tones. We've never done that before with any other record.
Yeah,
man, just that alone was like an insane process, just watching him do that. Like,
yeah, dude, Mark is like, he's next level with guitar, with just production in general. Like, I follow, like, I follow the stuff that he'll post on, like, his Instagram stories. Like, he'll do the Q&As and, like, the level.
It's not stingy at all.
Nah, dude. Like, the level of detail that, like, he goes into is, like, it's wild. Like, I've known Mark, like, I've met Mark, like, 2 or 3 times in person, but, like, we've talked a bunch online and stuff, and, like, he's the man. So dude. And the new shit sounds fucking killer. Did he do the last record? He did the last 3 records, right?
So he did Dreamless, right? And, we did that. That was the first time we did that, and that was well received. And then we did Undying Light, and we were all obsessed with that record. Like we were so stoked on the tones we got, and the drum tones on the record are insane. Like, the tones, so clear. And I think it's because the way the music is, it's not as, like, dense. It's, like, way more open. So everything sounded huge as fuck. Yeah. And so we finished that. We're just like, raging. And, like, it did get, like, the same reception as the last record. And I think Mark was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? We all had this, like, fire lit under our ass. And I could see it clearly when we went in to record this. Like, the record before, we're working. Mark's working on a schedule. You know what I mean? He's like, all right, man, it's getting late. Let's go fucking go to the gym, go get some food. We'll get it done. But this one was like, we were just all quietly sitting there working, like, till 11 p.m. every night. Like, we're all looking like, is Mark gonna stop? I guess not. Like, we'll just keep going. Like, I think he definitely had, like, this, like, fire in him. Like, fuck these motherfuckers. Like, this is gonna be I'm gonna make this the craziest shit I possibly can. And I would hear him say that, like, over and over. So I think he was right there with us with the energy of, like, let's make this as crazy as possible. So every little detail we would just take forever to do. And, like, we changed. I remember having to change Kyle's flight once. I had to change my flight once because he's just like, I don't give a fuck, man. Like, I only have another like 2 more bands booked after this. You guys stay as long as you want. Like, you're the one making the deadline, not me. And so we just kept pushing it. And it was awesome, man. He's got a really good attention to detail. And like I said, every aspect, like, we went to the furthest. Like, I remember just for, like, the drum part, we spent a whole day just going all around Nashville trying to find this one A custom to match all the other sounds that we like. We got everything super low, and then we bought a couple cymbals and didn't sound right. And then we had Andrew record through a song, and he's like, God damn it, we need to change a cymbal. And then it was like another day of, like, finding until we find it. But it was sick. Once we finally got that cymbal or whatever we needed, you would listen to it and you'd be like, yeah, that is perfect. That is exactly what it needed. And we just did that for every single step. And cool. It's a monstrous record. Like, for sure, the most work I've ever put into an album. Dude, yeah. For sure.
Everything. I mean, the stuff that you sent me is fantastic, dude. Like, it's definitely, like, it has the power, dude. Like, I can feel it. I know I said at the beginning, but I'm so stoked for you guys, man. Like, the new stuff is fantastic. Obviously, like, you got Evan playing on the record. Like, how did that all connect? Like, what's the story behind you guys working with Evan on this one?
Well, we were already friends from that Summer Slaughter 2014 with Dying Fetus and the Faceless, and I think we did another tour with the Faceless. I'm kind of getting confused, but I don't know. There's been times where I've toured with Evan. We knew each other. We were friends or whatever. And then there was a moment where Nico was playing for us live, and Nico had already been in a band with Lilac. So it's kind of like all these friends are starting to come back. You know what I mean? Like, oh, there's Evan. Started talking more. And then as the demos were kind of coming to life or whatever, I actually had some stuff to send him. I sent it to him, and he was like, oh, this is like really sick. I like actually think my bass could work really well. But at the time, he's like, I don't think I could do this, because his house was like, I think he was switching houses, or his studio was, all of his bass stuff was just totally packed up. And he thought we were like in a rush, like, yo, we need you to start tracking like next week. And he's like, oh, I don't think I can do it. And I was like, let's just hit him up in a month, because it's going to take me many more months to get these ready for like actually recording and getting all the details. And I did that, I think 2 or 3 months again. And I hit him up and I sent him with the new demos, and he was like, oh yeah, I have to do this. Like, like he just genuinely was really into the music. I don't think he's the kind of guy that, like, even if I had like a bunch of money to pay him, like he'd just be like, no, I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Like, he's really finicky, and just for some reason he really fell in love with his music. And it's just like, he felt that he said that he felt like he could add something to it as opposed to just like matching the guitars. God damn. Every time I got a bass track from that guy, I would like just flip out like in my like little desk. Like I would just jump up like, like, it's just the way he comes up with stuff to complement your guitar riffs. It's completely like nothing I would think of at all. It's like way more creative, and it's way more focused on the groove. And that guy is one of the best bass players in the world for sure, as far as metal. Like, it's absurd, dude.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
Crazy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I remember, I first knew. I don't actually know Evan at all personally, but like I first like knew him as, I think he used to be known as Spider when he was in in Animosity. I'm pretty sure I swear to God, people called him Spider. Call him that. Call him Spider from now on. I don't know, see what happens. But yeah, I remember him from back in, the Animosity days, because Animal, when that record came out, that was like because like I was like kind of like that's like one of those like, you're a poser, like I was one of those guys, like I was like a little too cool for deathcore, right? Yes. But like Animosity was like this like band that got kind of like stamped with the deathcore thing, but they were like basically playing like tech death, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Terror Storm.
Exactly. It's crazy. The riffs are insane. I mean, and that like, Naveen played on that, obviously. Like everything about that record is, and really all the Animosity stuff is just crazy. So like that's when Evan first came into my orbit, like as a bassist, and like to now see him playing on your guys' record is fantastic, man.
Yeah, Animosity was like I was in sophomore year wearing my Animosity foil hoodie.
The foil, dude.
Yeah, the silver foil hoodie.
I remember.
I think I had a gold one too. It might have been Zelda, but yeah, that was that. I mean, honestly, there was a show I went to in Fresno where it was Cattle Decapitation, From a Second Story Window, Animosity, and Job for a Cowboy, and this was like 2006 or 7 or whatever.
Oh, Madhouse, I bet.
Dude, I went from being into like Trivium and what did I listen to back then? Like In Flames or something like that. So like one show, I'm like fully death metal guy. Like let's fucking go. Like I'm like searching through MySpace's top 8s of every death metal band ever. Like it was over after that, dude. Like was fucking threw away all my old shit and just like completely. And that was right around when Fallujah started. I was like, I want to make fucking intense metal. Dude.
Dude, yeah.
Animosity, man.
Everybody has that like one band that just kind of like flips the switch for them, like I guess for me it was probably like I was similar to you, and like I was like a Trivium, In Flames, Lamb of God, Chimera guy, right? And then like I heard Organic Hallucinosis from Decapitated, and that record just that changed. I was like, I want to do that. And then I heard Akaldama from the Faceless. I heard the intro to An Autopsy, and I had never heard like a production like that. Like I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, is that even a person? Like, and that like just like totally similar thing. Just like from there, I was just like, this is what I want to play. And then, you know, from there I got into all the like OG, you know, Unique Leader bands, Deeds of Flesh, Severed Savior,
Yes.
you know,
Dude,
all that
Deeds
kind
of
of
Flesh.
stuff.
Woo.
Yeah, dude.
Eric.
Portals to Canaan, and
Yeah.
what was the other one?
What's to Come.
Of What's to Come. Yeah.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
Yep. Those 2 records. And dude, you're like one of the only other people on the planet that I know was also a fan of Anomalous. Remember that fucking band?
Oh
dude?
yeah,
dude.
Yes. Yeah,
I remember me and you talking about this like when we toured previously, because I remember seeing Max, their guitar player. He used to have like just some like fusion jam videos on YouTube or whatever of him like playing over some like static, like, you know, just like ambient thing. And like I remember like the first time that I heard that band, I was like, I'd never heard anything like this. It was like tech death with like outer space or something.
Yeah, Max is a freak. I've gotten to know all the members of that band and Anomalous, and then there's members that have formed another band in the Bay Area called Ontogeny. So if you want
okay, yep,
even more of that stuff, you check out Ontogeny. But Max,
yeah,
it's fucking awesome. It's funny. I was hanging out with my friend Nate Benarucci, and Max is he's been like unseen for multiple years. He's like doing family life, and then we had this jam over Zoom or whatever, and then I don't know what happened. We just kind of stayed connected after we just did this jam on Zoom, and he would come to Twitch. And we're all telling him like, bro, you should just jump on Twitch and see what's up. And now that you could go see him play anytime you want. He streams him jamming over anything. He'll play Anomalous songs and stuff. Oh yeah, it's funny you mentioned him. I was like, bro, that's Max Anomalous. That's our dude in the chat. He's
okay,
like,
well, I didn't know. Didn't know.
Dude, and it's mind blowing. You'll watch him improv, and it's gonna hurt a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I know. Like that was the initial thing. Like, dude, that video that I'm thinking of, it was just like him sitting on his bed with like a black Ibanez 7-string, just like, oh, I'll just fucking try this out. And sounds amazing, you know. And like, yeah, dude. Like, but Anomalous, dude, that shit was. But anyway, like, point is, like, I got into all that stuff after being like basically a mellow death guy. You know, or new wave of American heavy metal guy, and then heard Decapitated, heard the Faceless, and just like boom, went down the Unique Leader hole. I bought a Decrepit Birth hoodie from Unique Leader that took like 4 months to get to my house, and then it got stolen. It got stolen like the second week that I had it. I was dude, get this. So it was like at an early Rivers show. We were playing some fire hall, and my hoodie got my hoodie got stolen at this fire hall while we were like setting up. What's that?
Who does that?
I don't know, but it's
still a man's hoodie.
Someone stole my Decrepit Birth hoodie that I waited like 17 years to get, and then I got on the mic and I was like, "Hey," and we're playing with like all hardcore bands. I was like, "Hey, if anybody sees a Decrepit Birth hoodie, it's mine. I think someone stole it." So yeah, but yeah,
never got it back.
Never got it back, and I never bought another one because I didn't want to wait that long again. So, but
dude, I ordered a Spawn of Possession Noctambulan shirt. Like all crappy, they just like poorly put it on. And I swear that it just showed up like it must have showed up like so many months later that I was like, what is this?
Yeah,
like, I ordered this. Like I forgot that I ordered. Dude, yeah, they were horrible.
The print was all shot. It just looked like somebody shot like cake batter on a black T-shirt or something.
Yes, yeah, it's too gnarly. I think I still have it, but it's so gnarly it doesn't even. Yeah, rest in peace, Eric Lindmark.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, Deeds of Flesh.
Sick shit.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, that was horrible to see when he passed, but man, what a legacy, what that dude created, you know.
I mean, yeah, Fallujah has a lot to owe him. That's where we started, was on
Unique Leader. Yeah, man, that was you guys did you did The Flesh Prevails and Harvest Wounds, and then was the EP with them as well? Yeah,
it was. Like we just kind of worked something out where we just gave like, can you just give us a small budget for this? And you know, our idea was like, okay, we can't go straight up into this like girl singing prog metal. We need a little, give them a taste of it first so they know it's coming, kind of thing. And yeah, that was cool. That was a fun EP.
Dude, I mean, I remember when that came out, like none of us had ever heard anything like that before. Just like the wall of
right.
I don't even know, like just that. I guess it was what's the
Dead Sea.
That
Dead
song,
Sea, yeah.
The first time, and then the ending of the other song on there that wasn't
Venom
the ambient
on the Blade.
Yep, dude, the ending of that song where it just like turns into like at the end of that song. It's just like just blowing your head off with atmosphere. I actually, dude, I actually have that on vinyl. I have like, I don't know how many vinyl copies of that you guys made, but I actually have
not
that.
many. I mean, we did reprint it and take it out on tour once, but not recently, not lately.
Yeah,
I would like to do a reprint of all those.
Dude, yeah, that shit is. That was like when that came. I remember when that came out. I was like, this band is gonna. This is the next thing, and sure enough, you know, followed through with Flesh Prevails, and then just took off from there. But yeah, it's kind of. I don't want to go too much over an hour. We still got some time left here, but I kind of wanted to ask you a little bit about your signature guitar, by the way,
I even have it.
Yeah,
I have it right here. Let me go snatch it up.
Snag it.
Oh, just look at this wall for a second. Listen to the sound of my voice. Everything's okay. Oh, maybe not. Shit. Help. Somebody gleam.
Someone gleam in the meantime. Scott's currently glistening, preparing to gleam with that new SIG.
Dude, he knows how it works now. Yes.
I'm on it.
He's on it. I like the way you say O's, man. Very Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember that's the other thing. You guys always bust on our accents when we're like water.
He's on it.
On it.
Oh yeah. Wait, say water. How do you say water?
I don't actually say water. I say water.
Water. But yeah, here it is, man. It's a little smudgy from practicing today.
Nice.
But I'll give it the good angle.
Hell yeah, dude.
Buckeye Burl.
25.5-inch scale.
Yes, sir.
Flame maple board.
Flame maple.
Nice.
Got the mahogany.
Neck through. 5 or 7 piece neck there.
7 piece.
Hell
so we got maple, walnuts, mahogany, maple, and then it repeats.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, dude, it's been a long time. I mean, I got to give it up to you, man. You're the one who introduced me to Kiesel guitars in the very first place, actually.
Oh.
I think you were the very first artist, really. Like, you got everybody into it.
Dude, I remember. I actually have the guitar that I remember we played at DNA, and you came out, and I think at the time you were playing another company.
Legator, probably.
Legator. Oh, jeez. Thanks, Andy. Andy was borrowing this, and you could see he really hooked me up with some trimmed strings there. But yeah,
yes.
This guitar,
the spalted one. Yeah, that's
dude,
classic.
This was the. I remember you playing this at DNA and being like, I don't know, this is kind of sick, dude. So.
Yeah, and you have the one with all the red on it. It's all dyed red. Do you still have that one?
Dude, I don't have that one anymore. It was having neck issues, so I actually sent it back. But they fixed it, and somebody else bought it, and it has a happy home now. So, but I don't have that one anymore. I kind of reverted to like boring colors, like just black and green. I did.
I love that though.
The universe thing, you know, that's kind of like my thing now, I guess.
And it's got a little bit of a Floyd vibe, right? Like some Pink Floyd.
I was like, have that. Yeah, I was like, look, I bothered Jeff forever to do a 27-inch scale Delos, and he finally, because we play in like F sharp, so like we have to have that that slightly longer neck, and for a long time he's just like, I don't know, he's like, it's just like we'd have to like set up a whole thing for that scale, and I just kind of stayed on him, and then like one day out of the blue, he like texted me. He was like, "Yo," he's like, "You want to do that 27-inch scale Delos?"
Yeah.
And so yeah, like on the last tour in September with Dahlia, I picked it up at the shop, and yeah, dude.
Escondido.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it looks sick. I love the green pickups, and yeah, just with all just reminds me of Pink Floyd when you're just like doing your atmospheric bends and shit.
Yeah,
it's got, like the Stratocaster vibe to it.
Yeah, I'm sick. Unapologetic fan of Mr. Gilmore, so fuck it,
dude,
you know.
So good.
But yeah, dude, I mean, congrats on, I don't mean to cut you off, congrats on the guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone watching should go buy one, make this man a rich man. And yeah, hell yeah, dude. So is it just in that color? Are there other color options? Like, so
you'll get the same exact specs, but you could have the Carstairs blue color. So there was a color that Jeff and I came up with after Dreamless came out in 2016. We made a guitar, and I kind of wanted to like be like a blue, but the fretboard kind of matched the album cover. And the blue, we just kept the blue, and I've used it on a couple other guitars, and people kept asking for it on their on their build. So when I was building this guitar, I was like, we have to have an option to do the Carstairs blue. So you could get this, but with the blue over the Buckeye, and instead of this kind of Buckeye, this has got like, it's a little bit more of a cream Buckeye, so the blue pops a little bit more. And so we have tops set aside for just raw and for blue, and so it's guaranteed to come out sick.
Hell yeah!
Really, you'll get the same exact tops that I got. You know what I mean? It's all in a stack, and he's got it all hooked up. And yeah, I don't know about you, man. I just found out just after recording and specking out tons and tons of guitars. Like I tried all these different kinds of woods, body woods and stuff like walnut, and, ebony fretboards, and just tried all these different variations. I couldn't find anything that sounded better than doing a mahogany body with a maple fretboard and a maple top. And It has to be gloss too. You can't, like, even doing it satin or like raw tone, it doesn't have the like hardness and bite that I like. I mean, maybe I'd have a different opinion if I wasn't playing the kind of music I'm playing, but
yeah,
for this, it's like, it's perfect. It's like the solos pop, the riffs pop, but it's not like, it doesn't hurt your ears. There's still like warmth to it. And,
man.
And then no chamber. I'm not really into chambering it. Like do you chamber any of your
Nah,
guitars?
I don't. I'm a solid guy through and through. But I totally agree with you on the mahogany thing. I got this 6-string a couple years ago.
Oh, Spalted, bringing it back.
Yeah, it's like it was supposed to be like the 6-string version of this guy that I just had out. But yeah, mahogany body. Yep, little Delos.
Almost looked like a Greg Howe.
Yeah,
guitar for a second.
Yeah, I didn't actually have any Kiesel 6s until I got this one, but this guitar sounds insane, dude. Like, it's got that mahogany between like the mahogany and the bolt-on neck. It just like has that like crazy snap, and like this one too, I think is actually a mahogany body guitar, and it's definitely like my best sounding 7-string. I use this to record the last record.
The Work?
Yep.
Is that The Work? Nice.
Yeah, that's the one. So, but I think I'm gonna be bringing out that the one behind me there in the corner. The
what is that?
The K.
Oh. So, I think I might know this one.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can make your video bigger. There we go. I got you.
Yeah, this guy here.
Oh yeah, I know this one. Yeah, classic.
Yeah, this guitar.
I remember that top.
Psycho, dude. Zero Cody. Yeah, this thing. I'm probably gonna use this one as my main guitar on this tour.
What are those pickups in there?
This is Wes's pickup, and this is a DiMarzio PAF. Wow. I have no brand loyalty. I'm such a jerk, I guess. But yeah, I just I really like the Zebra. I guess it's kind of like the dime bag thing, but yeah, I like
DiMarzio makes great pickups. The Blaze is sick. That's kind of what I was going for with I forgot to mention, there's a signature neck pickup.
Oh,
you should have Jeff send you one, man. You could try it, but
yeah, I will.
It was kind of based off of, like, I didn't look at the specs, but when I was listening, I was really trying to get that DiMarzio Blaze sound, that pickup that was in the Universe Custom or whatever. There's it's like a passive yet hot kind of sound or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, the Blaze is the shit, dude.
Yeah, DiMarzio's that's like, I guess what like one of my first guitars that I bought for myself was a Gem Junior, and it had the Evolutions in it. So like that was
there you go.
One of my first like good guitars had DiMarzio's in it. So I've always kind of been a fan of that sound. And yeah, the Blaze, I had a 7 that had the Blazes in them. Those are sick also, but dude, for sure.
The Blaze the shit.
But yeah, dude, congrats on the guitar. Everybody should
thank you, man.
Fucking go pick that shit up. You and Dean, both Sig boys.
Sig boys, let's go.
Sig boys, well deserved.
Yeah, you'll have to try it out, man. I'll bring them both out on the tour.
Yeah, dude.
What are you tuned to? You said F sharp or something?
Yeah, F sharp.
What are you, Meshuggah, bro?
Drop F sharp. We're like in the register where like we probably should use 8 strings, but like I don't like how 8 strings feel. So like,
yeah,
we play.
Meshuggah is F. That's their lowest note.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Like we're in like C sharp on the normal 6, kind of like decapitated. I think BT Bam does that tuning too. C sharp standard, and then on the F sharp on the bottom, and then but some of the stuff on the last 2 records has been in G sharp. So we've just
Jesus, bro.
Yeah. So it's
what gauge strings do you use?
74 on the bottom, and then the normal 6 are 11 to 54.
Let's use 11s. All right.
With with a 22 on the G string, a 22 unwound G string, which is like basically like electrical cable. I don't even know like how I use that for my G string, dude. The calluses that it gives me, like when I don't play guitar for like a couple of days and like I come back to it and like, dude, it just like shreds my fingers. So yeah. I like, and then
I gotta try it, man.
Dude, yeah, definitely check it out. And then whenever I play like a guitar that's like tuned the way guitars should be tuned, like in standard tuning, like I'm like, fuck, like why do I do this to myself?
You're flying, right? You're like, God damn.
Yeah, it's like it makes me want to tune up, but at this point we're kind of just like done 4 records and a bunch of EPs with like this psycho tuning, so we might as well just.
Tone sounds good, man. So fuck it, who cares?
If it ain't broke, I guess. But anyway, I guess now would be a good time to kind of wrap things up. I feel like we've discussed some pretty deep and interesting topics that may have.
Thanks for everybody hanging out in the chat. I've been watching the chat, you know.
Yeah, thanks to everyone for coming out and hanging with us. Be sure to check the dates on Fallujah's socials for the shows that they're going to be playing as they make their way across the country to the East Coast to join up with the rest of the tour on May 6th in Brooklyn at the Monarch. We'll be out until the 5th of June. The tour is us, Fallujah, Alluvial, and Warforged, and the Zenith Passage and Burial in the Sky will be on select dates as well. Tickets
what a lineup.
Yeah, man, it's you know, it's the sickest. I can't wait. So everyone pick up tickets. They're available now. riversofnile.com. They're available other places as well. I think Bands in Town has them. But yeah, check the dates. Grab your tickets. Come out. This is going to be the sickest progressive death metal tour of the year. So let's go out and do some gleaming, I suppose.
Dude, yes, 100% going to gleam.
We're gonna glisten for the next week or so, and then
we gotta get
gleam.
Definitely a lot of glistening to do up in here.
Lots of glistening, for sure.
Yeah, dude. If anybody in here hasn't checked out the new song from Fallujah, Radiate, go check that shit out, man.
Yes. Check out the new Fallujah. Pre-order it.
Listen to the work. That shit's amazing. Shit is sick, man. It's awesome to see both of us still going at it, dude. Like you said, we met like 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
Entirely different lineups, but clearly can't stop us from making music. You know,
nah, man.
It's pretty sick.
We're still here. How old are you? Are you 30?
Yeah, I'm 30 now.
Okay, so yeah, I actually the first show on the May 6th. That's my 31st birthday. So
no way.
That's a total.
Oh my God.
Total coincidence, but
it's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, you're gonna see me become a 30-something-year-old guy. 30's like it's like I made it to 30. But I don't know. I might be, dude. I'm just gonna be glad like when that show
got through that first show. Yeah.
Dude, I'm just like I'm probably just gonna like go sleep immediately. But
I know, dude. It's coming up, man.
It's coming, dude.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
but I'm really glad you said Rivers of Nile because in my chat, because we'll bring you up sometimes in the stream, and I've said it 5 different ways, so it's official, guys. Rivers of Nile. That's how I'm saying it forever.
Rivers of it's Knee, knee, like your knee, it's Nihil, you know. Oh, we are the Knights that say knee.
yes,
for sure. But yeah, all right. Well, Scott, it was great talking to you. Everybody buy tickets and come out to a show. Pre-order Fallujah's new record. Buy merch. Hang out. Have a good time. We'll see you starting next Friday. Later.
Dude, so stoked. See you guys.